when we are talking of carrier transport. I will show you another animation or analogy to understand the concept of hole. Now look at this slide. It has small red particles moving in a black background. The red particles are electrons. Now I go on increasing the number of electrons. You can see in this extreme, rather than looking at the movement of electrons, right, it is easier to look at the movement of the black squares. It is evident. In fact, what you see there is the black squares which are moving. Actually, it is the red squares which are moving. Okay. Only thing is that number is so large, and the number of the black squares has become small. Then it becomes prudent to look at the movement of the black squares. In the movement of the black squares, the movement of the red squares is captured. Okay. So this is again illustrating the concept of the hole. The black squares can be regarded as holes. So you can see if I make the electrons more further, it's clear that the movement of the black squares is what is evident to us. So when I go to the other extreme of small number of electrons, then it is the movement of the electrons. Electrons to move, which otherwise cannot participate in conduction. Okay, this can be understood with the help of an analogy. So this is a water in tube analogy. So here what you find is a bubble in a tube. So bubble represents absence of liquid. So there is small amount of liquid that has been removed. In this analogy, that is the bubble analogy, the liquid is analogous to electrons. And the bubble is analogous to vacancies or holes. Now, supposing I start from a horizontal position and tilt the tube, you find that the bubble moves up. Actually, it is not the bubble that is moving. Actually, what is actually it is the liquid that is moving. Because of gravity, the liquid tends to move down. Okay? So what happens is, since there is a vacancy, the liquid tends to move into the vacancy. If there was no vacancy, even though there is presence of gravity, if the tube was full, if the entire tube was full of liquid,